Telltale Games, the creator of one of my favourite games of all time and a game that I'll definitely never forget, has unfortunately filed for bankruptcy a few days ago. Before I get into anything, I just want to say my heart truly goes out to the 250 people that have become jobless over this. I honestly hope you find a way to bounce back as quick as possible. From all the stuff I'm seeing on Twitter, plenty of game companies are reaching out to these developers, and I hope all of you find a job as quick as possible, because no one deserves to be treated the way you were treated and let go. But I don't want to get into the negative side of all this today in this video. Today I want to talk about the positive, the best moments, my favorite games from Telltale Games. So let's get into it. Back in 2012, Telltale Games released a very small game called The Walking Dead, and this was hit with critical acclaim, great success, won many awards. And when this game released its very first episode, I was there day and date, and I was hyped and I was excited. I played every episode of season 1 as they were released, and I literally was just blown away. The story, I was so invested in it. Lee as the main character was simply just amazing. The connection between Lee and Clementine is just one for the ages. I'll never forget the bond they had and just everything that happened throughout that game. I'm not going to go into the specifics on what happens throughout the game and what happens at the end, just in case you're someone that is clicking on this video curious about Telltale Games and you have not played this specific game from Telltale. Overall, the story between Lee and Clementine is one for the ages. It's a game that I'm never going to forget, and it's the game that I stand as the highest and best from Telltale, is that season 1 of The Walking Dead. Unfortunately, with season 2 I thought was still a pretty good season. I was really happy that we were playing as Clementine, and just when it started to go downhill for me was with the Frontier. I didn't finish that season, played the first 2 episodes and I quit because I wasn't into the main character. So just to keep it back on the positives, I kind of went a bit there with the negatives going. Yeah, it was good, it was amazing, and then it got worse as it went on. But going back a little bit, The Wolf Among Us, another game that I played that I'll never forget. Just so many what the fuck moments in that game. It looked amazing. Big B Wolf is the main character that I just really wanted to play as again, and I was really hyped and excited that they announced that there would have been a second one. Unfortunately not at this point anymore, but that game had a fantastic story, the setting, the lore, everything attached to it, with the whole fairy tale characters using glimmer to disguise themselves in the real world, and the twists and turns at the end, and just so much amazing stuff. Like, the quality of Telltale Games was so high back then. Unfortunately, this is probably going into like, and this is why they failed type of video. It's hard to not get emotionally, you know, when you talk about this. But yeah, we all know they took on too much. They got too many licenses. They tried to make too many games. You know, they did do Game of Thrones, Guardians of the Galaxy, Minecraft. Like, they were doing so many games at once. You can see why the quality was so affected by all this, because it's impossible to make that many games without the quality like dropping significantly, and that's unfortunately what happened with their games going forward. The season 1 of The Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us were the games at their prime when Telltale were fully on it, but unfortunately the money got to them, the success got to them, and they just picked up more IPs, more franchises that they wanted to adapt into their own style of game, story driven, point and click, you know, choose your like dialogue, you know, make up your choices. Will it affect the game as it goes on? Watch and see. But yeah, The Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us are my highest points from Telltale Games. Obviously I'm talking about the first 2 seasons of The Walking Dead. Some people probably debate with the second one not being as high, but I really enjoyed it, especially the ending that I got the second time. Yeah, but The Wolf Among Us was like, the fucking production on that was just amazing. Everything about that game, that series, all the episodes were fantastic. I had such a great time. The Wolf Among Us and The Walking Dead are going to be games that are never going to be forgotten. They're jammed into my brain, and I love them. The season 1 of The Walking Dead is one of the games that I will never forget, and it's one of my favorites, and I highly recommend. If you are watching this video and you never played The Wolf Among Us, and you never played at least season 1 of The Walking Dead, do that now, because you won't regret it. So yeah, I just wanted to let you all know that there are some highs with those games, and they also released a poker game, so with Ash from The Evil Dead in it and stuff like that. It was a very fun comedy game. I really enjoyed it. I'm not one for playing poker and stuff like that, but just the dialogue with Claptrap, but he was also a guest in the game. It was just very funny. It was really well done. That was also a high quality game for what it was, and I really enjoyed it. So there are great games. There are games that I haven't played because, like I said, they released so many. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy game just didn't look up the par for me. I wasn't into it. I was able to see the quality of their games reducing, falling dramatically with each release of their games that they were bringing out. I'm sure lots of people were, and that's why they didn't translate the sales, because it was just like, oh, look, another Telltale game. Unfortunately, that's what it became. But you have to remember the highs and where they came from. They did release a Jurassic Park game and a Back to the Future game before The Walking Dead. Unfortunately, I have yet to play them. I do have the Back to the Future on the Xbox One. I have not played the Jurassic Park. I will play Back to the Future at some point. I'm probably going to play through a bunch of their games. Probably going to play through The Walking Dead again. I really hope, like, from the newest update that they've given, the art companies or other people involved that want to help get the final season of The Walking Dead made, I really hope that happens. I know it probably won't. It's just because the Clementine story really needs to end, because so many people have already paid for this. Only the first episode is out. The second episode is going to drop on Tuesday, which is tomorrow as of my recording. I don't know when this video will drop. It'll probably drop when episode 2 releases, or it'll probably drop today. I don't know. I don't really have a plan. Sorry if I sound a little bit off and if I'm rambling a bit much. If I sound off, it's because I'm just not feeling 100% making this video, but I wanted to make it anyway, because I wanted to talk about the whole Telltale Games situation. And unfortunately, they're a developer that I really did love and adore, because like I said, I held the Wolf Among Us and The Walking Dead Season 1 and 2 to a high regard, like such a high regard. Their games I'll never forget, and because of that, they're a company that I'll never forget. And I'm really happy that we've had Telltale Games and they brought back this type of genre of games. Life is Strange probably wouldn't exist, because they probably wouldn't have invested so much money into getting the first season if they didn't see that there was already success to be made with these type of games. And Life is Strange is an amazing game, with a second one just about to drop. So yeah, that's it for this video. Let me know your favorite games from Telltale. Is it The Walking Dead? Is it The Wolf Among Us? Is it the Batman game? Game of Thrones? Let me know in the comments below. But Telltale Games, I'll miss you.